Okay, just double checking if I've ironed everything out. I think I have. We'll see how it goes. Oh, nope, never mind. I haven't done that. Also, why would you bonk me? Give me a second. I forgot to put mix it up. Thank you for reminding me. Jesus Christ. Oh god, I didn't have mix it up. That's fun. Oh my goodness, Faith! Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Jeez, I didn't even know. I didn't even know you'd have that. Also, verbally now, thank you so much for restopping, Carl. Thank you so much. My goodness. Give me a second. I'll get mixed up now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, unfortunately we still have laggy pal. Unless I can find a way of just trying to like optimize that further, but I don't know how. I also didn't know I had that available. Well, now we both know. Is there anything like I could do on this menu that can like speed it up? Hold on. Yep. Cool. I'll figure it out. But also, hi! Bara pranani nos with that. How's it all going, everybody? How you all doing today? You know what? Screw it. Turn that off. That might have saved something. Something, at least. Dad! Hey! Hiya! How's it going? Doing well, how are you? I'm not doing too bad. Trying to get back into, bits and pieces. What do you mean I can't connect? Hold up. I'm getting errors already, what the hell? Well, you just stare at this for a minute and I'm gonna go. Also, I need to delete this from here. Hold on, that just reminded me. Stare at this for a minute, I need to fix stuff. Because for some odd reason, nothing wants to work. Which, you know, great. I feel a disturbance in the scuff. Nah, I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're on about today. Although I'm going to be very annoyed if I end up crashing for no reason. Why do I keep opening that? I have the technology. No, don't predict the scuff. There's no scuff. There's no scuff in this household. Actually, no, I lie. There's a plenty amount of scuff in this household. I just want the model to like work quicker. Why is there an update? Why is there an update? What the hell? Okay, so we don't have any model at the moment. Because apparently there's an update while I'm trying to like load it again, which is absolutely fabulous. We love to see it. Can I be an honorary Aussie so I can say that's my Aussie form? Oh my goodness. Diamond! Oh my goodness. Diamond, thank you so much for gifting to Hades. Oh my goodness. You don't have to do it. Don't get the hype train, guys. Come on. It's fine. We're all good. Oh. Oh, you got the 2-month book now. Yay. Because I've got different books depending on how many months you've subbed. So there's different coloured books. Also, yeah. Stop. They're itty bitties. What the hell? I don't even have an alert on this section. I don't believe I set up an alert on this section. Why do I not have an alert on this section? Jeez, guys, come on. And where's the alert box? Sure. Yep, sure. We do that. Whoop. Thank you so much, but what the hell? I'm trying to fix stuff. It's an 87%. Why? My goodness, guys. Hi Adobe. We're currently facing technical difficulties already. This is fun. If not, I'm gonna have to do a PNG for the entire time, which, yeah, might save me a bit of CPU. I need to really find out how to like optimize this further, because it's probably gonna mean moving a whole bunch of stuff from here to like somewhere else. Well, that's fine. I can deal with that. But yeah, as what the title says, I am getting back into my working again, and by that I mean I have feedback from a teacher on Museum de Legal, and so I need to start like tweaking that, and then also make a whole bunch of changes to it from like what I've already got on there, because it sounds like a monologue rather than a short story, and they've ended up telling me that I need to do like a bit of a rewrite if I want to keep it, but also not make it sound like a monologue. But it's good. I heard illegal, I mean. Which bank are you robbing? All of them. We're robbing da bank. No, this is basically a museum made of a stolen artifact. No, it's not the British National Museum. Slightly different. Model? No model yet. Model now? Please? Please, just don't stop staring at me menacingly. You said it on me. I had to. Okay, am I not staring at myself menacingly yet? Please? Model, please, I'm begging you. Okay. Okay, we are moving slightly quicker. Kind of. Okay, do here. Okay, that's not bad. Need to go to here. She knows I'm in chat. Yep. Look, I like pun just as much as the next person. They're punderful, thank you very much. Let me double check. Because this works, then no. Wait, yep, okay, we're good. Stuff works now. Why am I lagging so much? Why am I lagging so much? Puns are love, puns are life. They really are. Schmod. Yeah, I now have a small head pat after setting that up yesterday. Why am I lagging? Why is this the thing that's like making everything go kaput? Hold your honkies. I'm gonna figure if I can like tweak any of this. Because it's not heavy per se. I don't want to like relog it either. That's just even worse. Oh my god. It's probably because I have like an extra thing up for my work at the moment. Because I kind of need to look at the notes. Be right back. No worries at all. So yeah, I have on a different tab my work for... So I need to... Apparently my piece was fine. It was like good. Again, monologue rather than like a normal thing. Like a short story. I need to try and make it so that it doesn't sound like we're in the main character's head at all times, which, in my personal opinion, I thought I wasn't doing. I thought I was making it very well known that it was being spoken rather than anything else. But we live and we learn, I guess. We live and we learn. So hopefully this doesn't muck up, because I think I tweaked this tab before I did anything, so please. Thank God we are safe. We're back on the Word document. And of course, I worried that the Word document was going to dox me again. Nope, I'm safe. We're all good. We technically can't see chat, but that's fine. I'm just gonna poke you with my hat for a bit. And yes, we got a successful hype train. So yay! Thank you for that. Oh my god, why am I lagging so much today? Like, this is not usually this bad on like the laptop. Is it because I've got like other things in the background? I went for like the most, I guess I'd say cost effective, unless I'm gonna have to like work off of something else. Hold on, we're trying something. Laptops don't work if you stand up. Yeah, true. Laptops don't work if you stand up. Or if you put them on the bottom. Because they're a laptop, not a lap bottom. Let me try a different thing. No, I don't want a chili con carne recipe. I just want to get Chillhop up. Which one's not going to run me into the ground so much? That's Apple Music. Screw it. Bum, 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 bum. I just want like something in the background, you know? Slow mornings? Slow mornings. Let's see how this goes. That is loudish. Hold on. This means I can turn you down on this bit. It's almost morning. This is perfect. Sure, we'll take that then. Though, if it would let me, like, there it is. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, unfortunately we're still gonna have laggy pal for today, but I physically cannot do anything about it. So, I am very sorry in advance. Though this will probably be a problem for future me anyway. For now, though, working. So yeah, I've got notes on a different tab. I just need to like cross-reference between them. Pardon me. So annotations, which is great. We're not entirely in the main character's head, which I didn't think we were. I was trying to make it so that it was like a tour, and it's like a lot of talking. Need to be more specific on details. I can do that. We'll get more sense of the setting. I can do that. And more sense of the other people in the room. And then I've got resources to help out with that. So I can work with this, I think. I can not be a complete failure at, like, you know, writing. Do we need something to do that in terms of quirky detail? Hold on, which line is she on? I feel that this technically is as complete links to. Oh, wait, the draft I gave him was slightly different from the one I did already. So, what? Oh, no, never mind. So, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Number 2, Number 2 is, do they know where they are? Well, technically, yes. Because they are currently in mute. Okay, this is probably a me thing when I'm told, do they know where they are? When they say museum and they are there for a tour. I think that's just me who's seeing it like that, because you're already told it's a museum, you're going on a tour. Do they know where they are? Yeah, I think they do if they've decided to book to go to a museum. That's just a me thing though. Sorry, you're going to hear like a lot of different rambles of me arguing why my words are technically correct but also incorrect at the same time. So yeah, they're gonna get more of ramble dialogue if anything today. Seems reasonable. Thank you. That makes me feel less insane. Just a little less. Technically correct is the best kind of correct. You're spot on there. If it's technically correct, it's correct. So vote on airplane mode and pockets. Secondly, need to move that anyway. Shuffle. Any big bags to be left in cloakroom. Puffy coats are a no-no. It's a given. Please don't touch the exhibit. So on our website. Leading up to here. And in big, bold, and in big, let's go like that. Bold letters. Actually, no, I should actually type that in bold as well. Letters on the front of the building. Museum. Not a charity. Not a cherry. Not a cherry. Yeah, that's correct. That's a chair. Not a chair. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I tried typing charity, I just typed chair and cherry. Yeah. Sorry. Charity. A lot of the ultimate. Max are fragile. Some of it is extremely expensive, and all of it took a tremendous amount of effort from staff old and new to acquire. Plus, whose paycheck do you think it'd come out of? Yes, sir, yours truly. I'm kind of happy that my teacher liked how chatty it sounded, so I will take that. I will take that any day of the week. Hello to you, new chatter. I'm not doing too bad, thank you. How about yourself? Welcome. I'm gonna go to bed though. It's late and I was really woken up in the morning by electricians I hired, then completely forgot about, so I didn't get much sleep. This will be a very nice stream to fall asleep to, methinks. Have a wonderful stream. We'll talk to you later. Take care, Cole. Thank you so much for joining. Just go get some sleep, okay? You've done great today. I'm doing good. I just finished the plastic model kit. Ooh, what kind of plastic model were you making up? That sounds really cool, to be honest. Oh, it's been age since I've tried anything like that. Also, I do apologize how laggy the model is at the moment. Still trying to iron a couple things out. You know, the tech stuff. But no, what sort of model were you making up? Because that sounds really interesting. Which I've just repeated. Anyway. Gundam, and it's called Blaze Phantom Zaku. Ooh, okay. Oh, that sounds really cool, actually. How long did it take you to make up, anyway? because it feels like it would be a fiddly time, so it might have taken a while. Okay, let me see. Okay. I started at 3 o'clock and finished at 11. Oh, angel numbers, nice. But you started at 3 and at 11. Jeez, you spent 7 hours. I mean, that's pretty good to use up your time like that. That's very productive. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm back to this, am I, peon? Let me take off the hat. Well, yeah. I guess I'm in bunny mode for it. Peon. I still have one more to complete. Ooh, that. Do you think it's gonna take the same amount of time, or is it like something slightly easier? Oh boy, peon. Yeah, you're telling me, peon. Although every time I say peon, I think I want to say Benoy. No, I've only got the legs and the backpack left to do. Oh, okay, that's good. So not too long now to go. I wish you full success in that. Although I'm mildly curious to see how it looks when it's finished. So if you do have Discord or anything, I do have. It's a really random, like, shameless plug. I do have a Discord. If you could send it, that'd be great. I'm gonna call it quits for that. That's no problem. Yeah, make sure you get some rest though, okay? I need to move this over. Yeah, make sure you get some rest because it seems like you've been going at it for a while, and of course you need to take care of yourself too. Where's that? Where are my notes? It's 11:40 p.m. Yeah, that seems like a good time to like stop, chill, relax, and get some good sleep. Because it's nice to be like, here's a job well done. Now I can sleep and I can think on it, and then I can come back to it another time. But you've done very well today, so good. I know I've just met you, but I'm very proud. You've done really well today. Food and drink is prohibited. Thank you. That's all good. Fellow Aussie. I seem to catch the Aussie crowd, don't I? I'm at peak time for y'all, because we've just had one leave and I've still got 2 of you here. Again, as long as you make sure you both rest, okay? Because I know, Faith, you just had a stream too. And I now technically have a PowerPoint to make for you. Faith. I know I have faith, but not like this. Get some rest, okay? Oh, I have to pronounce this now. Anime Ice Wolf 99. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archives. The memberships are at the front desk. We're still fixing them up. And you subscribe to Prime too? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I have to sleep now. Good night, pal. Have fun. Night, Faith. You've done really well today, so sleep well. But thank you, Ice Wolf, for doing that. Oh my god. Sorry, I really wasn't expecting it today. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully I'm not going to be too, like, loud or anything, because today is just, like, a working stream. But yeah, for real. Good night, Faith. Sleep well, okay? Hwyl fawr am I tro. I'd be asleep as well, but it's 9:40. Oh no. Well, it just means I get you in the mornings. I'd like to. I know. But at the same time, it means that you can catch me in the morning instead, rather than the afternoon or the evening. But sleep is nice. Sleep is very nice. Okay, I get it. This. No sleep, only work. Dang it. I know. It can be annoying, which is why I'm doing it currently. Which is why I'm doing it currently. Yeah, which is why I'm currently doing my work live, because this thing I need to submit for a thing for tomorrow. But it's also the thing I've been working on the most on streams. So. Let me check. It was number 5. Okay, so. Pal, help me, let me. I don't have a basement. That's the wrong person. Hina has a basement. I do not. I have a giant library. I have a meeting with one of the professors. Oh no. I'll put you in like the cozy area of the archives for a bit. It's all good. From the project, I'm afraid. Oh no. Oh god. It don't make you feel any better, but I had to try and email somebody for my dissertation, and because I was given the person who's my supervisor yesterday, and I've emailed them, and I've yet to get a response back. So I'm already stressed about when I'm supposed to meet up with them to explain, hey, yeah, I want to use ChatGPT. But no, I'm sure the meeting will be fine for you, Han. Like, it's going to be stressful. Of course it's going to be stressful. But at the same time, you get it over with, you don't have to look at them for a while. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. No worries, Icefall. Thank you so much for stopping by. And again, good job with today. You've done amazingly. Again, I don't know what you've done, but whatever you have done, you have done it amazingly well, and you should be proud of yourself. Hwyl fawr. Goodbye. Take care. See you soon. If you plan on coming back, but of course, it's been a pleasure seeing you. And the archives will be open to you whenever you feel like it. Hi, Rue! Oh my goodness, Rue! Oh my goodness, it's the best. It's the best bean. Hiya, Rue. How's it going? How you doing? I got the tiny head pats today. Oh my goodness. Oh, I always love seeing you here, Rue. How's it going? How you doing today? So cute. I know. I accidentally added it on Sunday because I needed a new placeholder for the head pats because I had to mix it up again. And that kind of turned into a thing of, I made it, I accidentally made it, I just left it in. So we now have tiny ones too. So we have 3 different ones to choose from. But yeah, no, how's it all going? Okay, comment sec. Okay, where did she get lost? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, next comment that they got lost on. Oh my god, I don't blame her. But at the same time. Okay, so I've got just to quickly explain, I have notes up from my work, and it happens to be that one of the notes that my teacher put was they got lost at one point, and the part they got lost at was the part where I mentioned like one of the images of Minecraft, like the one with Napoleon at his desk. Just like, yeah, this narrator's like a friendly sort. They'd be down with the games, and I add that in there as like a small little reference to it. And I can't believe I got a comment saying that they lost. Like, I get it, but at the same time, that just cracks me up. I'm gonna have to change that for like a different bit of context. I know I'm gonna have to add like more details and stuff anyway, mind you. But that's made my day. In an odd way, that's made my day. Painting. Okay. Because the issue is, I didn't want to type the full name out because the full name is like really wordy, and I feel like that wouldn't fit the vibe. But apparently, actually using the full name. Hiya Rose, how's it going? How you doing? Don't mind the lag today. This is just peak content right here. Oh my gosh, Rose. Look, we're trying, okay? We're trying over here. There is no budget. Actually, no, there is a budget. The budget is $3.99. At least that's what we're trying for, but it's not working. Aptly titled. Good luck on the study, and my IQ is so low to learn something. Thank you. I'm just writing a story. You don't necessarily need an IQ to write a fictional story, but thank you. The only technical bits I have to do for this is just look up realistic facts. So I'm not even writing an essay. I'm just writing a story. But because I get lonely when I'm writing, I decided to stream it. So if people want to judge my work, it's right there. I'm being held accountable for my content. Or something like that. Oopsie. I need to also try and add more bits and pieces to develop like the world. Well, not the world, because this is just an entire thing. I was gonna do it from the story of like a recovering. It's a really weird concept, like a recovering kleptomaniac going into a museum, but then accidentally coming out with stuff. I was gonna do it from that sort of perspective, but then I decided to just make an entire museum of stolen artifacts. With that character still in there. But not from their perspective. So that's fun, I think. I hope. What is fun anymore? What is the definition of fun? I'm now actually searching up the definition of fun, just to make sure that I'm not getting anything wrong. Fun, enjoyment, amusement, or light-hearted pleasure. Gotcha. That's fine. I didn't... To the extreme. I'm gonna fight them all. Seven nations army couldn't hold me back. We gonna rip it up. Paulina, hi. How's it going? How you doing? Don't mind me being laggy today. I've changed setups, so everything's working a little more scuffed than usual. But you can still hear me. You can still see my work going on. We're all good. There's just a lot of English on the front at the moment. Let me see. I didn't understand why you put this comment. So is that like a thing of she didn't understand? Okay, so it's okay. So I think that this one's technically irrelevant. So I'm gonna take this comment off just in case. Not really bad, but did a lot of homework today, so in some ways I'm very exhausted. Well, yes, I'm glad you've done all the work today, so I'm really happy to hear that. Though, as you can see, we're currently doing more work here. Dread for combat! Hi, welcome, welcome! It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Pal. Witchy Librarian of the Archives. Pleasure to meet you. I haven't done that intro in a while. I forgot to do it with the last person, damn it. Also, I'm really sorry about all the lag and stuff. Yeah. New setup, everything's downgraded. Thank you, you too. Aww. I hope you have had a really good day, or are currently starting a really good day. I'm Dread the it's you! Oh my goodness, thank you. By the way, you did an amazing job with the video. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't recognize you so soon. Like, I should have recognized you quicker. My goodness. Oh, you did a wonderful job with our video. Thank you. Sorry about that. Bit all over the place today. As you can probably tell. But everything's all good. You're really funny in the video. Well, like, I'm glad at least. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. I did a presentation for Friday's lesson and I didn't die. That's progress. That is definitely progress, and I'm very proud of you. Good job, Paulina. Sorry, just like trying to keep up with everything at the same time. It's a great time. Let me open this up and just put this in quickly. Let me just close that for now. Gonna do anything? I'm gonna quickly like do something. So, is there anything in the background that shouldn't be running? Probably yes. Everything. Task manager's taking up now too much CPU. It's no worries, you're not the first to not recognize me. Oh, I feel really bad now though. But no, thank you so much, Dread. It's a pleasure to see you here, by the way. So thank you. I'm taking a bit. Streamlabs always going to take a bit. Is there any double things? No, we're fine. That's going to take a bit, so I will turn that off later. Thanks. How about you, pal? How's it going for you? I'm not doing too bad. Getting back into the swing of things with uni and stuff. Considering everything's getting back to normal. What are you working on? I'm currently working on a university piece. So this is technically a short story, which, fun fact, short stories are actually 1,500 words or more. If you would like to have a shorter story than that, that's called flash fiction. As a bit of context, I am a creative writing major, creative writing master's student, so I'm doing some, just doing some creative work. So I've got some notes, I'm just editing it down, and adding more to it. I'm just trying to see if I can make stuff not lag as much at the moment before I go back to work. I can turn you off. That's fine. I can turn you off for a bit. I can barely speak. Oh, don't worry. When I have to do presentations and stuff, I always get stumped there too. Believe you me. Because I've got PowerPoints I need to present. I've got this stuff that I'm 50-50 on reading. I forgot if you said that, but will you send it somewhere or something? This is going to be uploaded for my university. So until until it's all been like marked and stuff and put up onto their system, I can't put it up with mine, because as soon as I do that, I'd put it on my own website. Once I know that I'm all clear to like upload it wherever I want. But until then, once it's like fully finished, I can't put it anywhere until university approves. Even though I have the rights to it. Oral presentation are alright for me, but writing is no. No. Honestly, I'm the opposite. I like doing like the writing tasks because I know exactly what I want to do, how I want to do it. But then oral presentations, I get very weird with them, because I'm either wanting to do something very funny in order to make sure I can do it, or I tend to go for the more like relaxed route of, here's the information, good luck. Could you send me the link on one of the websites when you upload in DMs? I want to read it when it'll be ready. It's gonna be like a couple of months until I finish it, Paulina, but sure. In the meantime, I do have like a writing blog in the description. It should be the thing that's linked to the writing archives. So feel free to like check out there if you want anything to read in English. I must say it's not the best. Well, I should be hyping it up. It's the best thing since sliced bread. No, it's not. It's just some stuff that I like writing, and I upload like twice a week. So a whole bunch of different stories, whether it be just random bits of jargon, stuff that I've already started, that sort of stuff. Are you native English? I am native English, yes. I was supposed to have a second language. I can barely speak my second language, but I am native English, yes. I'll just get like yeah, no, I am native English. I believe I am. I still stumble, mind you. But, yeah. Oh my goodness. You know what? That's actually a first to be asked that. You're the first person to ask me if I'm native English. That is now that's like a new record for me. I'm native Swedish and scrape buying English. Well, I must say you're doing a fine job over here. There's no judgment at all for anyone. It's a case of you communicate as you see fit. I do have like a policy in my streams that if you feel like you want to type in a little bit in your own language, if you feel like there's a word that you can't remember, I personally don't mind, because I will just go and translate it and try and get like the right word and try and explain it. I might not know the language myself, but I'm willing to learn bits and pieces so then we can communicate a bit more together. And I've had that with a couple of different people in my chat before, like Paulina, for example. Sometimes she puts a little bit of Russian in there when she's forgotten like an English word. I'm happy to go translate and then give what the English word is, like roughly. But yeah, I'm open to like different languages here, even if I can't really understand them. But people have been really nice enough to like translate. I have some sort of weird book in English I bought about 2 years ago in that, but I want to read something normal. I see. I've got a couple, again, I do like a couple bits of reading here. So potentially if you need like a book recommendation that's normal in parentheses, I'm fine. Wow, you're Swedish. I wanted to try and learn Swedish, but I missed it. Damn. Yeah, I did not reflect on your English because you write your short stories in English, I wanted to ask. Ah, I see. Yeah, English all the way as well. I'm sorry. I I don't know. I've tried mixing English and Welsh into writing before. Because again, my as a fun thing for you, my second language it technically is Welsh, but I don't speak it too well, and I'm relearning it because while I had to study it when I was a child up until a certain age, uh, actually trying to retain that and keep that up is a bit of an issue because not a lot of people where I'm from do speak Welsh anymore. So yeah. So you said the link's in the description. Yeah. Yeah. It should, if you look on like where my about me is, and it should have a link to like the V Coffee House stuff, my Twitter, and then it also has a link to the thing that's called the Writing Archives. You should be glad, Sweden. Oh no, Swedish ain't that bad. I've only heard like a little bit of it, but Swedish ain't that bad. I'm still trying to fix this. Hold on. I get distracted very easily. I guess there's nothing else I could really like close and stuff. Darn it. Oh well. Is there anything I could like delete? The Writing Archives, right? Yep. Because I thought, well, again, I keep playing off of the fact that the actual library is called the Archives. So instead of doing like normal archives, we do Writing Archives. But yeah, I've got a couple of bits and pieces that are in there. I don't know how easily they'll be able to be accessed because I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, a Swedish grammar be like, we've got 3 rules to follow, but we have equally as many expectations as real rules. Oh, it's painful. Thanks, pal. No worries, Paulina. Happy to help. But oh geez, well, I guess Swedish is now on the menu for stuff to both try and avoid at the exact same time. What a funny coincidence. What a funny coinky dink. So I've copied that one. Zoom in on the detail a little more. Colorate texture, for example. Gotcha. Which part did they mean? Number 8. From oak. I need to... Well, I'm going to develop on this table. So you need to just know the exception because they don't follow any rules and does their own thing. Oh boy. And I thought Welsh was bad with the mutations. Jeez. Because there's like a couple of different rules with Welsh that depending on context of words, like the beginnings of some words end up changing. And also, Pisley, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archives. The memberships are at the front desk. Happy to have you. But I'm no expert. I feel that. Also, Dread, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the archives. Memberships are also going to be there. Remember to drink 2.12 to 3 liters of water a day. Thank you so much, Pisley. I do keep forgetting. I've got a water bottle right in front of me. So thank you so much for reminding me of that. I'm very appreciative of you. Thank you so much. Diolch yn fawr. Only stuff that I remember from Swedish is like she and him. In this language, I learned from a video lesson and an explanation of different requisite. I see. Okay, sorting that out. The good thing is, if you learn Swedish, you can get by in Norway and maybe Denmark too. Oh, that reminds me of a show called what was it? The Bridge? I think it was like The Bridge or something. Where there was a murder of a politician on one side that was done right in the center of that bridge that connects Sweden and Denmark. And you had two different officers, right? And the two different officers had to work together, and they made like a really good duo, and having to try and solve like the murder of what happened and why it happened to be one on one side, one on the other. Yeah, it was very popular, but I did not see it. No, I had to study it actually. A couple of years back, I had to study it for like my media studies course because we were looking at like different heritage stuff. In Swedish, it's called bro. No way. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, we ended up watching like quite a bit of it for my studies, and it was good. I liked it. Do I need a visa for stuff and that? But also tickets do cost a lot. That's a question. Do you necessarily? Sorry, just quickly sorting something. How do you... I think they mean like if you're going to travel between like the different countries, if they're connected, do you need like a visa in order to travel between them? I don't know if it works similarly like with the UK, where because we're all united, but it's also like 3-4 separate countries, apart from I think Ireland in this case, but you don't necessarily need a passport in order to travel between the borders of like England, Scotland, and Wales. Or I think Northern Ireland is also an exception too. For me, you need a visa for almost everywhere. For example, a visa special for Europe, visa for Britain, visa for Ireland, and so on. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Everywhere's just like got different rules. I know still for we don't necessarily. I know for the UK we don't necessarily need visas to go into Europe still, even though Brexit happened. But that's another time. But yeah, it's very confusing, like with the travel, you know. I'm not completely sure, but Sweden to Denmark cost a little because you travel by a bridge, but to Norway, I think it's nothing like that. I think you could travel freely in the whole of Europe. That was what I was thinking. In Europe, it's kind of like you don't necessarily need a visa, you just need tickets. Just to get into the country. As long as you have your passport and potentially health insurance, depending on the place. And a couple of other bits and pieces, you know. I know that we don't have a visa for Moldova. I see. Yeah. Just working it all out, because I know outside of that sort of region, you just need the citizenship card in case something happens. Yeah, that's fair. And also have EU health insurance. Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, I still need to like figure that out. Car thingy, all the like license stuff and registration to make sure that it's still legal in that place. Yep. Okay, so I need to make an oak table sexy. Card thingy. Yeah. Yeah, I still need to actually find out if I can get one of them. Don't have any of that. I was born in Russia and only European stuff I have is a visa. I see. It's a fun little... Sorry. It's a fun little thing to see the differences between different places and what they need in order to get in. Like, I know for the UK, it's definitely a visa and a passport. And I don't believe we need the healthcare card, but I'm not sure. We probably do, but NHS is free. So that's a thing. I'm just having to work it all out now because I don't know. I believe it depends on the country's collaborations, but for EU it's free. So I can imagine that Russia needs some kind of collaboration depending on the country because they're not in the EU. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it's very confusing, mind you. What's your plan for today? My plan currently is to get a bit more work done. And then also I got another like set of work, like reading and stuff I still need to get sorted. But it's gonna be trying to just ease myself back into the workload because I've still got deadlines. I've still got like a bit of reading to go for a different module. Fill out a little bit more for a different module piece of work too. It's just a little bit busy here and there, but I'm not gonna push it too far because I know that if I do that, I'm gonna be drained before I even get back from the first week again. Trying visa inside EU or better space. You need your own system card. Problem with getting visa, need to write to a neighboring city. Wow. Okay, today I learned like all the different insides and out of trying to like travel inside and outside countries. Because I don't necessarily travel too much, so I don't know this stuff. Practically. I don't either. I apparently just know or sound like I know. Yeah, I mean to be fair, it's good to have this sort of knowledge, mind you. Well, you're trying to help someone. That's how. Already something. Knowledge is power. The pen is mightier than the sword. It's not a duel. If it's not a duel, then you are screwed. I mean, to be fair, you can like stab someone with a pen. You can try and stab someone with a pen. It can hurt just as well. Still having to look through my notes, so if I'm not doing anything like typing wise, it's just I'm looking through that. Try is always good. Try is always good. As long as you are trying, it don't matter what ends up happening. Like, at least 85% of the time. Where am I? I always default to like a couple different songs. Why? By the way, is it okay that I have some sort of pink picture with cats on my screen that hasn't, or hasn't to be like this? Pink cats sound cool. Bum 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 bum. I'm back. I just had my meeting. How'd it go, Diamond? How'd it go? Welcome back. How'd it all go? It went fine. Yay! That means you don't have to do it again for a while. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. We're meeting buddies. Yeah. I just need to recalculate materials because they're waiting for me to purchase things. I see. I'm sure you'll do fine with it, Diamond. But I don't like meetings. I know you don't like meetings, but you did very well with this one. I am very proud of you for getting through it. Even with my laggy state, I am very proud. Who likes meetings? Touche. I've got to meet. I'm still waiting on like an appointment for a certain meeting. I don't know, some extroverts in the world, true. Meetings is good if you get paid for it. True, but sadly we don't get paid enough for it. In fact, I don't think we even get paid. Mm. The golden ribbon. You're getting paid? Oh my god. I'm not getting paid for my project. Oh. Justice for Diamond! She should get paid for this! Diamond should get paid for this! Nope, I don't, but if you get paid, I can manage to sit off some time. Yeah. But I'll be paid when I do the course of how to bring this up. Teaching grannies! I wish to make a rap joke. I feel like I should hold off making said joke. There is definitely a joke to be made, but I am not going to be the one to make it because I adore Raps. He is a very good friend, and will probably tell me you can make the joke. It's okay. I have thick skin. You can make the joke. To which I go, no, I don't wish to. I'm going to head out. Good luck with stream. Thank you so much, Dred. It's been a pleasure to see you here. I hope you can tune in soon. Diolch yn fawr a hwyl fawr, amicho. Thank you very much and see you again. And goodbye for now. I still need to explain how a table is sexy. Hold on. How do I explain that a table is sexy? You too, best of luck. Thank you. Have you considered table legs? I have actually. They have some very sexy like curvature. Have I spelled curvature right, or did I? Why do I feel like the word for curvature is like really wrong? To be fair, this reminds me of me saying that. Kind of reminds me of something that my the table's got curves that remind you of a female. I don't need to necessarily explain it as like sexy. I just need to make it sound appealing. But nah. Actually saying that reminds me of my undergraduate course. So basically, as part of it, we were writing really plain articles, right? And with that, we had one teacher in particular. Oops, I almost knocked my microphone. That's not a good. A good sturdy table. Yeah, a good sturdy table is decent for multiple things. But yes, so teacher was like, okay, give me like a story idea for articles. And so we were giving story ideas. And the one question, we didn't expect it, but the one question she would continuously ask would be, right, that's a very good story. But how would you make it sexy? How would you add the sex appeal to it? And she didn't mean it like add like anything like that erotic or something like that. But it was more of how do you make things interesting? How if you were going to sell it to somebody, how would they like get into it? You know? And anytime I now say it's like, how do I make a table sexy? It's like, how do I make it interesting? So that's what I'm thinking, which is oh my goodness. Slaps tabletop, look how sturdy this bad boy is. Just sits on the table. See, this can take an entire human being. Maybe even two. It's big enough. Try it. But yeah, that's kind of where the whole joke of how do I make it sexy comes from. So anytime I'm now thinking of when I'm writing, it's just like, how do I make this sexy? How do I sex it up? You know, it's a very weird one. And I'm so glad there's nobody who will take me out of context when I ask how do I make a table sexy, because I've asked a lot weirder questions in my lifetime on my stories. For example, I played people in real life asking them, what does a train station smell like? Like literally just asking them, what does a twain? No, not twain, train. What does a train station smell like? Why did I say twain? This is not how to twain your wagon. Your wagon wheel. I'm already descending into madness. And I'm just trying to get, like, edits done. The silver... The silver-tipped corners. No, I did not say twat. I did not. I said twain. I said twain, not twat. Twat is an insult. Twat is an insult over here. I can say that one. I know exactly what one is. But we use as an insult over here. But no. That's also... Why? Every time I read chat, it's I'm reading stuff for the first time. Like, for example, Diamond, the sentence you just sent. That's the first time I've read that. I am reading so many new things. For better or for worse. I am reading so many good things. See. Page. Why do I feel like it's raining? That's because it is. Never mind. Wait, is that rain or hail? Huh. Well, I don't know if it's raining or hailing, but I know that I keep hearing like a whack at the... I swear I'm not now. Hey look, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. You could be an M, you could be an S, you could be whatever you like. There is no judgment in this place. Father, I mean, you say you should be asleep. I'm currently lagging. You should be asleep. Also, Tiny Cat, hi. But hi, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, you needed to wake up early. Oh. This is why it's not you say social hours. Yeah. I've been forcibly woken up in the morning against my will. Oh, it's unsocial you say hours. Gotcha. I hope you survive. I hope you survive. I'm not a morning person. I know you and I know you're not. I fully know you're not. Don't worry. Just do your best, okay? You got this, dear. Thank you, Father Diamond. Feel you. The mornings ain't that bad. It just depends on how long you stay up beforehand. And even then, it doesn't matter so much either. Are you winning? Exy! It's like I've already been talking to you today. But hi. How's it going? How you doing? How's my favorite slime child? Do my best. Yep, you take care. I'm used to waking up at 3 p.m. and since last month I wake up at 7 a.m. It's hell. Yep. That's some crazy looking game. Yeah, I know. This is yeah, this is my usual content, funnily enough. you know, it's a limited time. I got a promo code for this. It's known as a Word document. It's a funny game. You just stare at it and you end up losing your entire sanity over actually trying to get your work done. Also, Dread ended up sneaking in for a while. As I feel like right now, Diamond. Oh boy. A Word document. What achievements are there in it? Just the one, which is well, there's two. One is docs you did, docs you didn't, which is for doxing yourself with the small little thing at the top. And the second one is Degreus Maximus, which means you get a degree. Oh, and the third one's Depression, which is me basically working on this at the moment. But it's a pay to win game. Unless you have the special DLC, which is known as Education, it comes for free for a limited time. Well, fortunately, I don't necessarily need a Word document for that. Oh my god, guys. Accentuate? Is that right? Nope, that's not how you spell accentuate. Bad pay to win model. For some reason, I read that as pal to win instead of pay to win, but that's me. Accentuate, that's me. Also, hiya Azu. How's it going? How you doing? Teacher, I'll give you homework. Student, so we already have homework. The homework at home. Finally shake stick. Yep. Pal to win new game model confirmed. I feel like these people just follow me everywhere. Yeah, yeah, some of your peoples have come here and they've been very respectful and I adore them in here to bits. So yeah, Azu just sneaks in sometimes when they're not streaming. But also, hiya Azu. Your people are very nice and they have been treating me well, Exy. Don't worry. Ah, yes, you've got to have your typical dad command. Just in case. You need to be reminded. I am proud of you, son. Caught Azu watching another stream in 4K. You did the exact same thing with Dofi, though. You did the exact same thing with Dofi. It's fine. I sneak into Azu's streams too, and I sneak into yours. I just don't necessarily message. The pal's just hiding in the shadows. Yep. Father is always there. Lurking. Yeah, but the lurking's because I get very, like, anxious about messaging. She's just lurking there unmenacingly. I'm just very, like, anxious to, like, message because I enjoy watching you. But then it's also, I like seeing how your chat interacts, and it's as soon as I message, it's just like, hi, father. Didn't mean to send that in caps. That's fine. Pal's the best Pokemon backseater. I'm so sorry. Also, why do I have to be bonked? Lexi, why do I have to be bonked, huh? That's not nice. No. Look, I'm really sorry for, like, backseating too much Azu. I didn't mean to. It's just I like Pokemon. Also, nah, fire is strong against water. Cal would like to know your location. The issue is, I've sweeped an entire water team with a fire starter, so it's like I can't argue, but at the same time, the only thing he ended up saying was that, oh yeah, Corviknight is really strong, against fire because it's flying type. And so, that's where I ended up questioning it. Oh no, I like the backseating. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad to backseat and help where I can. I just make sure that I don't spoil too much. Arson, I see. Yep, Arson. Also, Rap. Hi. How's it going? How you doing? Why isn't the cat mode working? Hold on. Why isn't the cat mode working? Okay. Hold on. Did cat mode break? Yapion. Let me see if cat mode's working on my end. Hold on. Hi, Rappy. Yapion. Stuff. I need to double check if the thingy's working. Hold on. Let's test. There we go. There's the ears. Oh my god, there's too many things going on at once. Oh my goodness. But thank you for resubbing the rap. I am very appreciative. You didn't have to, but I am very appreciative. Thank you. Diolch. Every time I say diolch, it's really. Also, I didn't ignore that, Exy. You can message me anytime. Thank you. You can message me anytime too. How are the 3 headpads? So I had a test stream on Sunday to set back up for this because I'm currently back on laptop and back at uni. And I accidentally added a 3rd headpat while trying to experiment with stuff. So now we have like normal headpat. We have headpat 2 for the people who are cancelling out headpat 1. And now we have teeny tiny headpat. Because people seem to like headpats. People keep using the headpats. Pal will collect all the chaos headpats. But yeah, we now have teeny tiny headpat. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And gremlin button, of course. Thank you, Hector. Hold on. I didn't have this set up, but I don't know who actually has access and who doesn't. What the hell? Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Summer, run me an edge. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone is now suffering bad. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone's gonna hate this, you know, Mr. Summer. How do I make this table sexy? Awesome. I still see the redeems. What the hell? Hey, I'm just dropping by to say that I hope everyone's having a great day and night, and of course I'm resubbing, but I'll see you all another time. Bye bye. Bye bye, Rap. Please take care, okay? Hwyl fawr am I tro. See, goodbye for now. Enter, give Pat, refuse to elaborate, leave on a chat. That's actually really funny, not gonna lie. I'm about to go outside, touching grass in this economy, so I'll come back if you're still here. Thank you, Yusei. Farewell for now. If not, I'll talk to you later, okay? See you, dear. Hwyl fawr am I tro. See you soon. Well, technically that translates to goodbye for now, but see you soon, either way. I redeemed the ad, but where's the ad? We need to get you the money. I pressed the ad. It's already played the ad. It's fine. I don't need the money. I just need the time. I just need people to be here and enjoy. That's all. I'm either here to put people to sleep or to at least make them have a good day. We didn't get added. I pressed the button. I'll press the button again. Oh no, I can't even press it again because I've pressed it and it takes another like 10 minutes to sort itself out. I want to watch ads right now. It's fine. We don't have to put ads on. Gee, thanks guys. Why didn't I see the... I don't know. I pressed the button. I pressed the button, Exy. It's alright. Next time the thing's charged, I will press the button, okay? Bum, 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 bum. It's woody canvas. Striking. What you say? Depression, yeah, Pion. Yeah, I know. Depression, yeah, Pion. It looks so stupid while it's lagging, because I can't sway my head like usual. I'll go rest up. Thank you. Thanks, pal. Excited to collab again soon. Yep. I will give you like a proper answer for that later. So, take care and make sure you rest up, okay? You've done really well today. I don't tell you enough, but you've done really well today. And I've got another PowerPoint. And I've also got a PowerPoint to make for a different collab. Oh my god. You know, I'm going to, I will be making a... Actually... Oh god. Hey Hades, did Faith manage to, say, like, a limit on, how many slides? Because I have a habit of going overboard with these sort of things. Case in point, I did 20 slides for a 10-minute presentation. All of them with a minimum of like 5 minutes worth of content that I had to condense. Wait, we're going forward? I mean, I'm making one anyway. I don't care if we go forward with it or not. I'm making one. I just like making PowerPoints, man. What do you want from me? I just like making PowerPoints. I said that really quickly. I like making PowerPoints. That's what I'm trying to say. I went far too quick on that. What's the next note? Number 9. Lucky Pal looks like Drunk Pal. Hey, you don't want to know Drunk Pal, okay? Drunk Pal is a coward. I've never actually been drunk before. I think I said it in the past. Yes, you did. You did. Again, I've never actually met Drunk Pal. Because I don't drink enough to get drunk. Also, the 9th comment, they said nice touch. I need to actually add a full stop right there. You were never in the same room. No, I just don't coward. Nah, it's because, I have a high intolerance to, like, alcohol. So, it takes me a lot longer to get drunk, and so, therefore, I don't usually attempt. I can drink enough till I'm satisfied, but that's about it. I made it to a stream again. Hi, Bronze. Oh my goodness. Hi. How's it going? How you doing? Hi, welcome. It's always a pleasure to see you. Good morning. Yeah, okay, that's a funny one that they liked. I usually drink like twice a year. I mean, same. Good, how is everyone? Not doing too bad. We're just getting on with work, having like a really relaxed time, so hopefully this is like a good stream to either wake you up or to at least have in the background where you don't have to focus on anything. when I drink, I usually passed out and don't remember what happened that day. Never had that. Hmm. Hmm. Do we need more of a sense of all the other character? Yes, because I want to make, like, the audience, I like more of a sense what they feel, they stand around and look. Where, which page is that on for 11? But to clarify, I did not go outside, I drink at home, that's fair. Also, I like the fact that my teacher put as a comment, night. It was like nice description, like nice addition. She marks it where I put it's dino poop. She just liked the fact I put that. That is a mood and a half for me. Dino poop, yep. Because I was talking about Corporalite and the running joke for the like prehistoric room that I developed for this. Yeah, that's me changing my Discord status. But yeah, for like the that I just edited with like the prehistoric bit. What was it? Damn it, I should just say. Sorry. But yeah, so for that part, I added a description of like Corporalite, and that one section I make just a running joke of everyone standing next to that one piece of Corporalite. So I'm glad that she enjoyed that. I still have to send this like to me. Do. Okay. Just actually trying to think of how I need to like tweak this, because I know I can't necessarily do the full like rewrite today, but I want to at least get the edits that she suggests in, so that I can give that to somebody tomorrow and then get it like checked out by people afterwards. So that's at least going to be what my focus is for today. And then just ramble for a bit. Why not? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. It's been a while since I've heard that one, to be honest. There is like other lines, I don't get it. We didn't necessarily use all the lines when I was younger. We definitely heard the first line. There was something about like repairing it with sticks, but I'd have to look it up. I like the horror version though, it's so good. Yes, thing is, singing any sort of like nursery rhyme in like a slower pace or in like more of a horror style, that's good. That's like fun because you're taking something that you relate to, like childhood, but then you're also turning it into something a little bit more sinister, which as long as you don't do that to an actual child, that's fine. You do that to an adult who knows exactly what's going on and is very much receptive to that sort of thing, that's fine. It's when you get to the boundary of if somebody doesn't like it because they've had experience with it when they're younger, or you actually doing it to an actual child, that's when we have to stop it. Okay, there's that note sorted. What's the next one? 12. 12. Good opportunity to use some colours and textures. I gotta scare all the kids. No scaring the children. There was one in WoW that I found it scary because that's how the kids sang it. There was a scene in why do I feel like it was Asteria that did it? I don't know. Doofy! Oh no. Oh, I'm not subbed anymore. It's all good. It's all good. You don't need to be subbed. I just like the company, guys. You don't need to be subbed. Curse my poverty-stricken ass. I mean, same. Don't worry. Colors and textures, so the visitors don't know these things are stolen. Yeah, the visitors don't know these things are stolen. Sensory details, nice detail. What was the last one that she liked? That was nice detail? Oh, adding like the fake thing of micro crystal. I see. I need to add more. It's just details. So 12, 14, and 15. Gotcha. Freddy's Coming is also Freddy's Coming for You is also a really good song. 12. 12, 13. Well. 12, 14, and 15. I see, I see. Can't. Thank you. Thank you for the head pats. Highly appreciated in this time of thinking. Hardworking librarian. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry if I'm not like talking too much. I'm just minorly focusing this time. Because it's doing that. I want to make sure chat is able to be talked to, but also I like making sure that I'm able to get bits and pieces done at the same time. So if I see people popping up, I make sure to message and say hi. Okay. That's that one sorted. What's the next one that she wanted more details on? World's biggest Himalayan salt lamp. Which is a very weird statement to make. There we go. Wait, where's the thingy? Okay. 14, 15 was... I've realized I have an issue. I'm already over the 3,000 word count. What the hell? I might actually have to take out one of my sections. I might have to take out part of my, like, Aztec stuff. Like, I might have to, change... Oh my goodness, because I only have 3,000 words to work with. I'm already at 3,020. How? Just go. Oh my god. I mean, I do have like 10% over, 10% under, so I still have that. Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, then I take off the point that is saying that I wrote it, then. Hello, Mo. Hmm. Moving. Okay. And there we go. There is like all the edits and stuff done, which is great. Thank God. Thank God for that. So I can submit that, which is great. I can take that off my list. Fill in more for that. Funnily enough, I do have like a list of stuff I need to get done this week. That includes reading, submitting, museum for stuff. I'm just gonna read out my list because it doesn't dox too much. Why do I say that like that? It doesn't actually dox anything. So reading for my queer class, submitting my museum de legal for stuff. Write a blog post, different blog thing. I can't actually stream that one because it's a lot of sensitive info. Fill out more for my queer thing because I'm making a game. I could probably like stream about that at some point. Get my life together. I didn't realize I wrote that down when I made my list on Sunday, but here we are. Research into niches and to write a letter to a friend. So I've got at least 2 things ticked off my list for this week, which I think is very nice. Which will be 3 once I've finished reading, I guess. So that's gonna be fun. Speaking of, after you get your life together, can you do that here as well? I mean, I could try. I could certainly try. Although, also speaking of like getting my life together, I'm not ending the stream yet. What would people think if before I finish, I read another chapter of like what was it? A City Dreaming, because I know I started that as like part of everybody needed to get some sleep because people were staying up too long and that was very annoying. I could always read another chapter now if people are interested, because I've done the work I wanted to get done on stream today. Done. That's all good. That's finito for me. Okay, so that's fine for that for the time being. So I'll get that submitted later. I might just get the book out anyway, because it's good to get something read. Hold on a moment. There we go, all sorted. I found the book. Because it'll be nice to have like something a little less like quiet at the end of this stream, because again I haven't streamed for too long today. Nope. I need to zoom in my model, I guess. Just do that. There we go. Okay, how long is this chapter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, I'm gonna read like another chapter of A City Dreaming. You know what? Because I'm gonna make this official, because nobody's interacting, because that's fine. Where is it? Where'd I put the button? There it is. I do my own redeem because I want to read, which is fine. I'm doing my own redeem. So, rightio. So done. Daniel Polanski, City Dreaming, chapter 7. undead labor restrictions. Hey again, just forgot to say that I'm proud of you and that you do an amazing life and I'll always support you in whatever you guys are doing. Love you all. Off to work I go. Ralph! Oh my god, dude. I am proud of you too, and I really hope the work goes well, okay? I am immensely proud of whatever you're doing. You're gonna do great. You're gonna succeed. And we're all here for you too. And I'm now really emotional before I start reading a story. What the hell, man? Oh my god, I was about to read. Okay, I can do it. I'm fine. I give Rap a pat. Pat the Rap. Gentle reminder. I'm proud of you, son. Sorry, not sorry. What the hell do you mean, sorry, not sorry? Come on. Ah, well. Nah, for real. I hope your first day at work, well, not first, second day goes well. And I look forward to hearing all about it eventually. Radio. Chapter 7, Undead Labor Restrictions, which is ironic considering we had a skeleton about to go to work. Okay. Em got a call from Andre late one Thursday afternoon. Bonjour, my good friend. It has been far too long since we last spoke. Too long, Em echoed, though that might have been a question and not a statement. What are you doing tonight? I hadn't quite narrowed it down yet. Fantastic! I'm heading to a charity gala, and I can sneak you as a +1. What misfortune! Having just moved back to the city, I fear my wardrobe is not up to the task. Not any sort of problem. I'd be more than happy to lend you anything you need. I don't have a suit jacket. Easily remedied. Or pants, for that matter. I have a pair that will go perfect on you. They match the jacket, incidentally. Also, later on. The pun before I go, really. I had to. But later, bye y'all. Bye bye. Hulva, amicia. Goodbye. Have a good shift. Okay. It would not be possible for me to provide a dress. It would not be possible for me to provide a dress shirt. I have a cream one that I think will go best with the suit, which is black striped though. Perhaps a blue would suit you better. We can try on both when you arrive. I've now turned from French to like fancy British. That's fine. The black striped suit you described sounds marvellous, though at last it would demand a black belt as well, which I'm afraid is also beyond my resources. I always keep an extra belt around, in case anyone wants to asphyxiate themselves, or to erotically, It took me a while to process what the word was. Okay. Forward thinking, indisputably, and while I'm sure your belt is a very fine one, it would hardly be appropriate for me to show up at this event dressed to the nines above the ankles and wearing flip-flops below. And as the only footwear I own at this point is sandals and work boots, I fear that we have reached a firm and impassable impediment for my attendance. What size shoe do you wear? 11.5. Truly, we are in the midst of a rare collusion, of good fortune. For 11.5, the exact number of inches of my own feet, for which I own many shoes, every pair at your service. A tie, cummerbund, cufflinks, awaiting your arrival. Which, if you could make it as rapidly as possible, which we much appreciated. M wasn't happy, but he could tell when he was fairly beaten. Andre gave him an address, and M smoked a joint and took a taxi on over. The last time M had seen him, Andre had been living in a penthouse apartment on the Upper East Side that Andre had described with practiced indifference as cozy. But that was before the fall. Or was it the crash? And now he was living in a large but decrepit efficiency above an Italian restaurant in Nolita. He opened the door by saying that he was just watching while Bill is in Hong Kong. M wondered if Bill was aware of this fact. Andre was not quite dressed, which was usually the case. He was as punctual as a very attractive woman. What? He was as punctual as a very attractive woman, huh? So late then, gotcha. His apartment was full of things that were not furniture. Crates of art and East Asian heirlooms, boxes of boutique vodka, a rack of fur coats, ermine and Arctic fox and direwood, the remnants and seeds of rooks, cons, and get-rich schemes. There was an IKEA sofa and a plasma screen television. On a bar in the kitchen were 3 empty pizza boxes and an antique gold mirror with a few lines of coke laid out. Have a bump if you like, Andre said, but do not look inside or you will see the face of your heart's true love. Andre reappeared from the bedroom. You do not want to see the face of your heart's true love, do you? No. No, of course not. Why ruin the surprise? Andrea laid M's suit out on the bed, looking at himself in the mirror afterwards. Not the magic mirror, a regular mirror. He wasn't certain that he was pulling it off, but Andre was complimentary and rather rushed, and so there was little time for self-doubt, which, anyway, had disappeared with the rest of Andre's cocaine. Andre paid for the taxi, which was only right, proper, and fair. M spent most of the way over talking about Gram Parsons in overheated fashion, the blow providing the ideal conduit between brain and mouth. Somehow, Andre had never heard of the man, which was a situation that M felt begged to be rectified. When they got out, they were high up on the west side, and M was starting to think maybe this whole thing wouldn't turn out to be a disaster after all. That was the worst thing about cocaine. It's not the aftertaste or the cost and long-term health effects. It was that it made an optimist out of a thinking man. Oh, students are coming in. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Diamond. Take care. And also, hi, you say, I finished my work. We're now doing story time because I didn't want to end on like a weird note. So I'm reading a chapter of a book. The building was steel and mirrored glass, and it extended up to the top of the world. Andre said a few words to the 2 men guarding the entrance, who were square-shouldered and square-jawed, and velvet-gloved polite. And then they were through the double doors and into the elevator, a vast, square iron thing with a meter in transom. It ran, M noticed after a moment, with curiosity though not shock, from -1 to 300. Amid the slate of buttons, Andre found, then pushed, the one that read PH. The box lurched upwards. The seconds ticked by, and then the minutes with them. Andre was cheery and composed, checking his hair in the polished sheen of the doors. M was still talking about Gram Parsons. But then they didn't do a decent job on building the fire, so he just kind of charted a bit, until his friends realised it wasn't going to happen. And then they left him there. That is quite a story, Andre said, settling back into the single twist of hair that had come askew. Ain't it, though? By the by, there is one aspect of tonight's event that occurred to me I have not yet had the occasion to mention. Go to the closed bar? Because I swear to God, Andre, if you make me put on the suit and come up here to pay $20 for a gin and tonic, the bar is open, of course. Give me a little credit. No, the point I've thus far neglected is the possibility that there will be a man in attendance tonight who wants to see me dead. You mean it's possible that he'll be here, or it's possible that he wants to see you dead? It is possible that he'll be here. It is certain that he wants to see me dead. The hand on the altimeter has gone as right as it could go. Who is this man, apart from having a good taste in enemies? Alatar of the Upper West Side. The doors opened. Waves of merriment rolled off the waiting party. Fuck me, M said. Quite possibly. The women at these things tend to drink heavily. They entered a spherical chamber, slightly smaller than St. Peter's, composed of white marble and lovingly accentuated indigo. In the back of the room was a large stage no one was looking at. In the centre of the room was a vast ebony bar, and this was getting far more attention. You know that guy hates me, Em said. Does he? For, like, decades. Excellent, Andre said, walking them towards the bar. Then there should be no need to play soft with him. Curved tables running against the exterior wall held the merchandise that had been prepared for the silent auction. Mint editions of Action Comics #1 and the last remaining copy of Nick Drake's Undiscovered LP and the gun used to kill Franz Ferdinand, and also the bullets used to kill him, and also, though where would you put it? The body of Franz Ferdinand. Where would you put that body? M caught a glimpse of something that might have been the head of John the Baptist, but he was not in position to make sure, because before he could take a longer look, Andre grabbed him by the arm and hustled him off to the bar. As a rule, M disliked being manhandled, particularly as it was becoming clear that the reason he had been asked to this little soiree was to act as muscle in case things got rough. But he realised he could use a gimlet, so he didn't protest. The bartender was a handsome, silent Latino man who looked at M but didn't say anything. Are the headpats not working now? Hold on. Hold on, oh, got you. Okay, headpats working again. The bartender was a handsome, silent Latino man who looked at M but didn't say anything. M ordered his drink and watched Andre watch the crowd nervously. You ever notice that you only call me when you need something? M asked. You don't call me at all, and Andre said cheerfully, handing M a glass. That's because you're the sort of person who only calls people when they need things. Bottoms up. They soon were. What did you do to piss him off? M asked. Nothing. It is, how you say, a misunderstanding. That's how you say it. What does he think you did? He thinks I slept with his girlfriend. The crowd was the usual mix of people at these sort of things. Rich men and beautiful women. On stage was a short, dark, sad-looking fellow. His microphone didn't seem to be working, and most of what he said was lost to the static. Kinshasa, Blood Diamond... What? Why would Alita think that? Em asked. Who can say what anyone thinks anything? Andre said, saddened, even wounded by the errancy of mankind. But he might not be here? Hundreds of thousands of children a year. Who can be certain of anything in this uncertain world? Though, on the other hand, he is throwing the thing, so his absence would be rather severe breach of etiquette. What would possibly possess you to go to a party of a man trying to kill you? Image is everything, Im, Andre said, scowling and stretching his hand out towards his friends and acquaintances. These people are hyenas, quick to spot weakness and take advantage of it. Can't have them thinking I'm afraid of a man like Alata. But you are afraid of him. That's why you brought me along. Of course, but they don't know that. The chubby African man finished his speech and walked off stage. At least he walked off stage. What is it with you and what is it with you super wealthy? You can't just rent out a ballroom and get drunk like everyone else. Have to pretend there's some sort of moral purpose behind it. Slap a few pictures of starving children on the walls. A party isn't a party until it's got a garnish of human misery. It's called noblesse oblige. Perhaps you have heard of it? A bit of giving back. A very tiny bit, Em said. An almost embarrassingly tiny bit. How much of the take do you think they'll make it to the destination after you subtract for overhead? I'm not entirely sure that these people are being paid, Andre observed of the waitstaff. Beautiful men and women dressed in stark black tuxedos, none speaking or making eye contact. I hope the irony is not lost on you. Andre signalled for another drink. Not entirely. Em wanted a cigarette, and of course he couldn't smoke inside, so they made their way out onto the balcony. Stars twinkled above them, and the city did the same below. So, 5 years, Andre began. Something like that. The last time we saw each other then, it would have been at Talbot's Lammas party. Sounds about right. I am sorry about that. Don't let your guilt overwhelm you, Em said. At least not while we're staring over the ledge. Did the burn scars fade? Eventually. I'm happy to hear it, Andre said. And what have you been doing then, this half-decade? Wandering. I would think you have about wandered yourself out of places to wander as long as you've been doing it. Which was the sort of thing that people who stayed in one place often think, though any traveller knows that seeing the world, and the worlds beyond, is a full-time job, because you can't see everything. Even if you could, by the time you got to the last place, the first place would have changed so much that you couldn't say you'd seen it anymore. And also, what was there to do? Darth Vader breathing sound. I'm glad you guys are breathing. Oh my goodness. And what have you been up to? Em asked. Running in place. Sounds productive. A nice view at least, Andre said, putting his back to the railings and gesturing toward the party. I'm not sure I'd agree. Nothing to recommend it whatsoever. The booze is free, I suppose, Em said. Speaking of which, he wiggled his glass, which was indeed empty or near so, then left Andre on the patio and went to fill it. The new bartender was the same as the old, except Asian, gorgeous, and ineffably quiet. The pockets of his tuxedo had been sewn shut, and his vest was buttonless. Thanks, Em said, and handed out $1 to the man that the man ignored. Silent type, huh? Committed to your job? I can understand. Can you do me a favour and bring me a shot glass full of salt? Indeed, the man could not do anything but, shuffling languid-eyed over the other end of the bar and coming back with Em's order. Em took the glass, nodded thanks, and followed one of the other servers, an ebony goddess, long-limbed and mute, into the kitchens. You'll find servants' quarters rarely keep pace with the elegance of their masters. The kitchens looked like any other kitchen you could find. Fires beneath the saucepans, sharp knives chopping, servers whirring about swiftly. However, it did not sound like any other kitchen you could find. The usual chatter replaced with silence, broken only by the scuff of shoes and the occasional rattle of silverware. Another difference between this kitchen and other kitchens was that no one seemed to pay any attention to Em walking around inside it. The waiters and the line cooks utterly engrossed in their respective tasks. There was no break room, but there was a sort of alcove with a tower of plastic cups standing next to a glass ewer. Em took the top off and dropped the shot glass inside. No one noticed, or at least Em did not notice anyone noticing. They were not the most fiercely observant group, the waitstaff. Em went back to the main room and drank his drink and sniffed around at the prizes for the silent auction and wondered if he should bother trying to steal one. There was no visible security suggested he ought not. Probably they were cursed, and touching them would rot off his hands or some such. On the other hand, Em really wanted that Nick Drake CD. Well, the Nick Drake LP. After a while of weighing the pros against the con, he remembered Andre, and a sort of nominal purpose of having been there, and he went back out onto the balcony. But Andre had vacated the premises, left behind nothing but a half-empty glass on the balcony and a cigarette end stuffed into a planter. A further moment of observation, and Em noticed the security latch on the fire escape nearest to the balcony had been dismantled. He sighed, opened the door, and went to save the life of his sometime friend. The emergency exit led to a blank white corridor, faithless and institutional in comparison with the main room itself. And at the other end of it, Em could see Andre looking somewhat frightened. Standing in front of Andre, and presumably the reason for his concern, was Alatar of the Upper West Side. Of course, Em couldn't see his face, but he could see his back, which was covered in a long dark robe, and his hands, which were gripped around a shaft of elm with a crystal sphere atop. And there were not so many people who dressed like that, not even among the sort of people Em knew. You got some nerve sneaking into my party. Please, Alata, Andre was saying, looking vaguely wounded. I had an invitation. I even had a +1. That was before I knew your betrayal. There is a perfectly reasonable explanation, but that you allowed me to get a word in edgeways. No one steal from me and get away with it. Andre grunted, understanding after a long moment. Yes, the bid on that tech company. What do you think about it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. Andre said, just as cool as ice water, having now caught a view of M. In any case, it couldn't possibly be more than a few $100,000. Hardly worth bloodshed. I'm sure we can figure this out. Not a question of the $250,000, Alistair said. As a point of pride, I don't leave the thief alive to steal twice. As much as public service as anything else. M decided at this point to make a clucking sound in the back of his throat. And Alata swiftly turned to face him. He had a nose like a beak and eyes like glacial ice. His skin hung down in folds from his forehead and the nape of his neck. He had a ring on his index finger, like the carapace of Beetle. He was, in short, a walking, talking genre cliché. Though this did not make him any less dangerous. You, Alistair growled. I am me, Em admitted, though it was unclear how he felt about it. I didn't know you were back. The sole blemish of ignorance on your sterling facade of wisdom. What? Alita scowled harder. He had a face made for scowling, which, like a bush is made of flowers, made to flowers, or a knife to carve flesh. You with him? More like he's with me. You ought to choose your companions more wisely. I'll take that into consideration, Em said. No doubt, Andre said. Did you know this fucking gull chiseled me out of $250,000? I think it's the 21st century's foremost tragedy, Em said, that your bank account is not so large as it once was. Truly a source of deep melancholy, though I'm secured by the certainty that it'll be swiftly regain its balance. I'm afraid I can't be so sanguine about the matter. It's a duel you're after? Fine, but as the challenge party, I get my pick of weapons, field and time, and I choose chopsticks, Xi'an's famous food, 4 a.m. yesterday. First one to drop a flat noodle loses their soul. Your man can call them mine. You aren't nearly as funny as you think you are. Come off it, Alita. You know as well as I do that we're not going to have a pissing contest here in the middle of a hallway. This is Manhattan, in case you haven't noticed, and Celeste doesn't like it when her pawns play without her. Don't presume too far off the White Queen's affection, Alita said. She's done without you for the past 5 years. I don't think she'll be beaten through the bushes when you disappear another time. And I'm not such a minor piece myself these days. A pale duke? A cream baron? An eggshell monkey? I'm bigger than you are anyway, Alita said. His eyes were furiously Stygian, flecked here and there with gold. There was a commotion coming from the main room, but he hadn't yet noticed it. That's possible. What are you willing to wager to find out? I could ask you the same question. You actually like this one enough to throw down over him? I've been wondering that all night, actually. Still haven't come to any conclusions. Though in the event, I think it's probably a moot point. I'm afraid I would have to disagree, Alita said, crooked nails clicking against his staff. I've allowed this frog to go on sharing my air for longer than I oughta. For the matter, I'm coming to feel the same way about you. M cocked his head. Hear that? And indeed, Alita did hear that. That being several hundred of the city's finest, or at least the wealthiest, citizens, engaging in collective and full-throttled shrieks of terror. It was unsuitable. It was the kind of thing you would have trouble missing. That's the sound of your waitstaff eating your guests, Em said. If I were you, I would get there before the mayor finds his face gnawed off. Or I suppose you could stick around and we can have this fight you seem so excited about. But Alato was already gone, back in the main room as fast as steps could carry him. Em noted that he did not use his staff. Thanks, Andre said. I'm keeping the suit, Em said, followed after Alato. Andre held the door open for him. Seems only fair. Back inside, the zombies had switched from the Serpent and the Rainbow to Dawn of the Dead, made furious by their necromantic servitude and looking to wreak bloody vengeance before falling fully into the grave. Of course, living or undead, human teeth aren't really made for, say, gnawing a hand off an arm, and the zombies seemed not to remember how to use weapons. But still, it was a frightening period for the partygoers, most of whom were a good way to inebriated, none of whom had been expecting the evening would end with a mass melee against the undead. A man in a tuxedo barricaded himself behind an overturned table and was thrusting away at a gorgeous ginger woman with his umbrella. Two frat boy finance types were trying to impale their ex-bartender with a wooden leg from one of the tables, apparently confused with the category of monsters they were facing. Amidst the madness, those waiters and servants who had not yet drank saline continued to go about their business, offering trays of grilled oysters and wagyu beef sliders to a group of partygoers, now less interested in filling their stomachs than avoiding filling someone else's. Or filling something else's, even. It's a zombie rebellion, Andre observed. Better than a zombie jamboree. Em said, unable to resist the temptation. He lit a cigarette, which was technically speaking against the rules, but then again not so much against the rules. For instance, cannibalism. What exactly did you do? There are downsides to anchoring the flicker of a dead man's spirit to the flesh he previously inhabited, Em said. Beyond the moral, I mean. It's an unnatural association, easily broken if you put a bit of sodium in their drinks. Zombies don't drink. That's a common misconception, Em said, slipping aside to allow an aging blonde with fake tits and a floppy feathered hat to sprint screaming through the exit, and for her pursuer, by chance the same zombie who had been serving them drinks all evening, to follow her out. But in fact, zombies need to eat and drink, just like people. The only thing that separates zombies from people is that they can't eat salt. And that they're dead, of course. Salt? Yeah. Shatters the bond, drives them. Em made an encompassing motion with his hand at the violence in front of them. Crazy? Actually, this seems altogether rational reaction to their situation. If I were them, I'd want to chew off someone's shoulder too. Those members of the party who were in good with the management were catching chits left and right, blasts of light streaming across the air, curses and hexes whirring past each other. Alato had taken up the position on the stage and was, so far as Em could tell, engaging in a ritual to summon some sort of monster or spirit to deal with the consequences of his necromancy. A circular process that Em found awfully short-sighted. They fumbled their way toward the exit as the chaos turned to carnage. The zombies, of course, were unable to recognize Em as the agent of their deliverance, but there was a lot of flesh to chase after, and Andre and Em were not men entirely bereft of resources, and they managed their retreat without difficulty. This is why no one invites you anywhere, Andre said. People don't invite me places. Never, not anywhere. Em shrugged, grabbing the Nick Drake LP from where it sat, forgotten on the prize table. Try to remember next time you think about asking me for help. Oh, that's fun. Just give the zombie brain juice, easy. The zombie was the bartender. That's the issue. Oops. The zombie was the bartender. But yeah, that was... I forgot how fun that chapter was. And with that, having done work and read a story, I think it's time for me to slip off. Zombie one strong pal. To be fair, I need a new helper in the archives, because considering I think we lost the ghost and we already have Skelly Bob, maybe having a zombie ain't too bad after all. Shrinkify Eve. No, I'm not getting shrunk again. Don't turn me into a marketable plushie and shrink me. No. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it here. Plot twist, it was Skelly Bob's ghost. It probably was. You need to get on Yusei's level. Too late. Oh my god. My god. What's that supposed to mean? Oh my goodness. It's all good. You say we love you. Oh my god. Thank you for the stream. It's all good. I mean, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here because my throat's a little bit done, and I also need to get a couple of other bits done. So, thank you so much for people who have just joined. Thank you for people who are stuck around for a while. I appreciate you all very, very much. I shall get the rest. Don't worry. See you, my children. Until the next time the archives are open, you need but simply to ask. Abara, pronoun, a inoswith dda. Bye, hwyl fawr.